It's hard talking about politics nowadays, especially with your family. Visiting my mom's family in Texas for the holidays. My mom has 3 brothers. One family Trump supporters, one family Hillary supporters, one family Gary Johnson. And my parents are Bernie Sanders. So for an hour, we just sat there and talked smack about Ted Cruz. It was pretty awesome. Gotta find someone you all hate. Open with Ted Cruz, close with Chris Christie. It's a solid fail-proof plan. Visiting my mom's family
over Zoom
for the holidays. My mom has 3 brothers. One family Trump supporters, one family
Joe Biden
supporters, one family
Kanye West.
And my parents are Bernie Sanders. So for an hour, we just sat there and talked smack about Ted Cruz. It was pretty awesome. Open with Ted Cruz, close with
Anthony Fauci.
It's a solid fail-proof plan.
I don't want Hillary to be president, not because she's a woman at all, but because, and I'm going to open up to you guys, because she's a Scorpio. And as an Aquarius, I find them very overbearing. Okay? Any Scorpios here tonight? I mean, you're great people, great friends. I just don't want to give you my power. That's all. You know what I mean? This guy's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. But you know, that's how I vote. I like to make sure I'm zodiac compatible with my president. It's no better than how any other American votes. Believe me, it's probably better. But that's how I go my intuition, you know? Like Bill Clinton, Obama, they're Leos. That's stable for me, you know? They're great dancers, life of the party, great hair. Like if Obama grew out his hair, we'd probably re-elect him. We'd give him throw more years, if you know what I mean. Ronald Reagan, not a fan of his policy, but he was an Aquarius. I respected he was creative, artistic, Star Wars, Reaganomics. That's some creative thought right there. Only an Aquarian would think of that. Naps in the office, that's the artist lifestyle I can relate to. How about this? You guys give me the zodiac sign, I'll tell you the president that matches it. Gemini, JFK. Everybody loved him, but he had a secret life. That's the 2 sides of the Gemini. Ask not what your country can do for you, because I'm over here banging Marilyn Monroe right now, right? Let's keep this on the DL. Libra, Jimmy Carter. Oh, love that guy. Humanitarian, very fair, tough time making decisions. People would walk all over him. He installed solar panels in the White House, then Reagan came out, ripped him out just to be a dick. Because we get a little moody, you know what I mean? Aries, Thomas Jefferson, sexually motivated, yeah. Manifest destiny, that's a horny man's concept right there. The whole country. Capricorn, Nixon, scandalous. Has some secrets, sweats under pressure. Sagittarius, Martin Van Buren. Check out those sideburns. Those trend-setting sideburns. It took about 200 years for them to catch on. But that's a Sagittarian. They're way ahead of their time in fashion. Cancer, George W. Bush. Some people love him, some people hate him. But like a Cancer, he found his way into the White House. He found his way into Iraq. He goes by his gut, gets a little crabby sometimes. He's a Cancer. What's next?
Virgo.
Pisces, George Washington. All about that money, dollar bills, y'all, okay? He was the richest president of all time, and that factors in current inflation as well. And he led us across the Potomac River because they're fishes, they're good with water. Yeah. The first president was a fish. I think there's 2 or 3 more. Taurus, Harry Truman, stubborn, thick-skinned, made the decision to drop the bomb. Other Taurus rulers include Saddam Hussein and Hitler. Let's be careful on that one as well. Keep an eye out for the bull. I think there's 1 more left. We did Leo, we did Capricorn. The last one is Virgo, and this is my favorite one. Only 1 Virgo president in history. Every other sign has multiple presidents. Virgo only has 1 president in history, and that was LBJ, who only became president because of an assassination. Virgos don't like the limelight. That is the only way to get a Virgo to be president. You make them vice president, you kill the president. Don't quote me on that. And that is the Zodiac Wheel of Presidents. Thank you so much.
I was dating a girl. She's like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad you're over 6 feet." I'm like, "I'm so glad you can't measure. I'm 5'11". What is? I still see a lot of women requesting a guy 6 feet or taller. It's always, I get to know you. You just demand how much of a person you want. It's crazy. We're one of the only countries that still uses standard. Everywhere else in the world, that's 182.88 centimeters. You think women in Europe like, I want a guy who's 182.88 to the 100th, no more, no less. No, they probably round down to 180 at least, give a little more wiggle room, you know? Oh, it's like short women too. I want a guy who's 6 feet or tall. Like, you're 5'0". How much clearance do you need? That's some Napoleon levels of just, I want to conquer as much man as possible. And it's totally acceptable. And yet if I demanded a woman a foot shorter than me, I'm the biggest creep in the world. On my Tinder, I'm just like, I want a woman who's 4'11" or shorter. I want to be able to look straight ahead and not even see her. But just know that she's there. That's the kind of love I want, the kind that you can't see but you can hear occasionally, yeah. There's no big spoon, little spoon with me. It's a teaspoon next to a ladle. That's how I want it to be. I want a hobbit from the Shire, okay? She wears heels. I go out barefoot every night. She wants to kiss me. She gotta leap up like a dolphin catching some fish, like that. I want to walk around the house and be like, is that a piece of furniture? No, that's the love of my life. And that would be totally okay. So I grew up in California. My dad grew up in the Middle East, and my mom grew up in the Middle East of Texas. I'm Arab and Texan. My blood is pure oil, okay? Crude and sweet, baby. Arab and Texan. I put the y'all in yalla, you know what I'm saying? Yalla means hurry in Arabic. If you learn one word, it's yalla. Go up to an Arab, be like, yalla, yalla. He speaks very good Arabic. He's very good. Yalla, he knows how to say hurry. Very good. It's interesting visiting my Arab family in Texas and seeing the juxtaposition of the cultures, right? The Arab, like they're eating hummus, they're smoking hookah, and then they're watching the Dallas Cowboys score a touchdown on a flat screen TV, just chugging Bud Light, like yalla, 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 yeehaw! Cowboys! Where am I? Texas.
Was that? No, say it. You want me to talk about something? Oh, you want me to talk more about masturbation? Dude, I've never heard that before. Talk more about pleasing yourself. Yes! Does anybody have something non-sexual they want to talk about? Therapy. Okay, that's all. Hey, that's a good. Whoa! Masturbation guy. Wait, what's going on? Are you cheering him booing? That was so weird. Any specific kind of therapy you give? Oh, I thought you said CBD for a minute. I was like, so easy being a therapist. I'm like, just take fucking 2 drops and you're good. What was the name?
Behavioral therapy, CBT.
CBT. Cognitive behavioral therapy. Does anybody know what that is? Dude, masturbation guy knows what that is. That's fucking crazy. He's like, that's what I call masturbation. Cognitive behavior therapy, bro. Cognitive behavioral therapy. Awesome. So you're there. How long have you been a therapist for?
10 years.
10 years. That's amazing. Wow. I was gonna be like, give it up for that, but nobody wanted to. You deserve it. No, 10 years. That's amazing. If you had to describe what that style of therapy is in a nutshell, what would you say?
Don't believe everything you think.
Wow. That's, bro, you guys should have clapped for that. Don't believe everything you think. So you're basically telling people to doubt themselves. It's like, and you seem like a very fair person, you know? Like somebody, you know, like a client calls you up, like, I'm not good enough, like, don't believe that. And then another one calls you up and like, I'm awesome, don't believe that either, okay? I took therapy last year because I quarantined with my family in 2020, so I'll need therapy for the rest of my life. So, I had this problem where I would always think that I'm a bad person because of interactions with other people. I'd be like, oh, I didn't give this person enough time of day, I didn't tip this person enough. He broke it down for me in a way I never thought. He said, you're not a bad person. Just the fact that you're having those remorseful thoughts shows that you're a good person. So last week, I punched someone in the face, and I immediately apologized. I said, no, I'm so sorry, I'm not a bad person. I just want to let you know I punched you in the face because I'm really sorry about it. And then I fired my therapist too because I'm good now. And he was like, why? I'm like, because I'm not a bad person, you know? And then he's like, is that because I'm not good enough at therapy? I'm like, don't believe everything you think.
I can feel it. I can feel the energy. None of you motherfuckers are scared of Omicron. Not one more, right? Nobody here is afraid of Omicron. They chose the scariest Greek letter they could, dude. They're like, give us the one with 3 syllables. They wouldn't even be able to say that. Omicron. 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 Why are they using Greek letters? Like, I pledged to frat in college. That's traumatizing, bringing me back. Every time there's a new variant, I'm like, I had to learn that dude. And they keep skipping letters, dude. Like, I didn't even know there was an alpha. When was there an alpha? They've been skipping because they're like, we can't have a beta. That's a people won't be afraid of that. It's a beta. Then they went straight to Delta just to over a whole airlines. And there was like a lambda for a minute, but you didn't hear about that. Silence of the lambda, right? And then they're like, what's the scariest one? Yeah, Omicron! I'm a robot that eats children! Stay at home and buy all the in the world! Omicron! When they could have skipped over to the next letter in the alphabet, which is pi, dude! That would have been so perfect for the holidays, the pi variant! That makes me want to visit grandma! We're American, is apple pie variant up in this? That's how the news is. They want to scare you, dude. They're like, we don't know much about Omicron yet, but until we do, stay terrified. Buy as much as you can. Guys gotta be scared, man, because if not, someone at the news is gonna lose their job and dude. But we're running out of letters. Like, what's next? They're gonna be doing like double letters. You'd be like, the Sigma Chi variant, bro. Let's go, dude. You wanna come in the Sigma Chi house, you gotta take some shots.